Hey guys, MentionedRock here,
And a meal for the win.
and this is the weekly respawn. Alright, so hey guys, so I have a rather different segment to dive into, more of a discussion on one of my all-time favorite game series. So let's dive into it. Resident Evil 2 is basically an upcoming game, survival horror game developed and published by Capcom, a remake of Resident Evil 2 from 1998. It follows rookie police officer Leon S. Kennedy and college student Claire Redfield as they attempt to escape from Raccoon City during the zombie apocalypse. It is scheduled to be released worldwide for PlayStation 4, Windows, and Xbox One on January 25th of 2019. So, unlike the original Resident Evil 2, which uses tank controls and fixed camera angles to remake features over the shoulder third person shooter gameplay similar to Resident Evil. The original Resident Evil 2 was released for PlayStation in 1998, following the release of the 2002 remake of the first Resident Evil for a GameCube. Capcom considered a similar remake of 2 at the time, but series creator I I'm gonna butcher this
Shinji
name. I'm
Mikami.
sorry. Thank you. Did not want to divert development away from Resident Evil 4 in August of 2015. Capcom announced that the remake was in development. No further details were released until E3 of 2018. Revealed a trailer and gameplay footage. I don't know that name. You might help me out again.
Hideki Kamiya.
Yeah, thank you. All right, director of the original Resident Evil 2 said that he had tried to push Capcom to create a remake of the game for years. Resident Evil 2 uses the RE engine, the same game engine used in Resident Evil 7. The engine allowed Capcom to modernize the gameplay. To meet modern expectations, the team attempted to make the remake more realistic. For example, Leon no longer wears a large shoulder pads added to distinguish his model using low polygon graphics. So if you guys remember, if you ever played the second one,
He was a fucking box.
he looked like he was a box.
He was a
He did
fucking
not look
box.
realistic. So through though they strove to make a modern accessible game, they focused on horror over action, which I am so grateful that they chose that option instead of trying to follow, like, for example, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil 5. I won't really say Resident Evil 4 because it's kind of a back and forth. You can kind of go against that, but I'll leave that there. And so they're focusing on the horror over action, hoping to preserve the claustrophobic feel. Producer, yeah, you might help me again, man.
Tsuyoshi Kanda.
Acknowledge the difficulty of making zombie scare, as they had become ubiquitous. That's how you pronounce that one word. That I suck at reading certain words in entertainment media since the release of the original Resident Evil in 1996. By removing the fixed camera angles, and the team had to use different ways to conceal enemies using elements such as room layout, lighting, and smoke.
Oh
The
god.
new camera system also affected the sound design, as it no longer made sense for sound to come from a fixed source.
That's really
So, in conclusion,
that's really
if you
smart.
want to say something,
Yeah, no, that's really smart that they've made it to where it's playing an ambiance feeling now rather than a fixed source. So as you're traveling, like say towards the end of the level, it will get louder versus at the very beginning when it's super soft. So it's really cool that they've changed the fixed source or they've gone away from the fixed source for sound
yeah,
because
so it's
like I
not like
said,
you're walking somewhere, it's in one spot, and you're like,
yeah, you
okay,
can't
but
hear it at the beginning of the level.
yeah,
So that's really good.
yeah. So, in conclusion, Resident Evil 2 is scheduled for worldwide words
Worldwide.
worldwide release for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Windows on January 25th of 2019. and the game supports enhancements on the PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox One X, offering either 4K resolution or 60 frames per second. So that's not bad.
Are you sure about that?
Maybe not. Wait, what do you mean by that? Blur. Wait, let me see.
It's
What do you
normally,
mean?
uh, isn't 4K typically 60 frames a second?
See, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's 4K
Just
and
trying to for people that probably don't know the
today we've been given
difference.
4K 60 frames per second gameplay. That's what it is. So it's 4K is the clarity at 60 frames a second. So it's not 4K or 60. It's 4K and 60.
Okay.
So you get the resolution with the frames per second. Because it's not
Yeah.
like you get resolution at 1 frame per second. No, you get both. So you don't have to worry about
You
that.
see, you're getting both of the best of both worlds. That's pretty much where that's going at. So here's a main source, a main topic while being interviewed about the game
Yeah,
that
no,
I have
you're on your
compiled
own
here
with
for you
his
guys.
name.
Huh?
You're on your own with his name.
Wait, whose name?
The
Of
remake's
the.
director.
Okay, I can do that. So, so here's a. Okay, so I have here it says Resident Evil 2 remake. Devs talk about their focus on making zombies scary again, and so we will have we'll have a link at the bottom in the description and on the Discord. You guys check out if you want to read more because I've only gotten snippets of this. So, Resident Evil 2's remake. I mean, words. Resident Evil 2 remakes director Kazunori. I'm not even gonna say his
You
last
say
name.
Godoy?
Just Kazunori Kadoi. Whatever. Sorry, my bad. Kazunori Kadoi. Okay. And producer.
Tsuyoshi Honda.
Thank you. Talked about various improvements and evolutions from the original version, including their focus on making zombies scary again, DLC, and more tidbits of info in the interview with 4Gamer at Gamescom 2018.
Wait, you're telling me they're going to be making DLC for a remake of a game?
Yes, they're making DLC on a remake for a game. I have in here some details on what that DLC may pertain. And so, one of the first questions, or at least one of the ones that I took out of this, what's the biggest point of evolution in the remake version? Because Kazunori Kadoi, KK, like we said, oh, jeez, that would have to be the zombies. Zombies have had a fixed image of being small fry enemies, so a big concept of ours was to go back and remake them as a subject of fear once again. Everything from behavior to gunshot wounds to ragdolls when they're taken down are all being carefully adjusted. The zombies are shaping up to be something I can proudly send out to as the face of Resident Evil 2. We've been making sure that the walking motions won't be the same pattern and even calculate the timing of when they raise their arms. So with all that included, we're making them the subject of fear. In other games, when enemies ragdoll, it means they're dead. But in Resident Evil 2, we made it so that they'll still revive afterwards.
So
There are
what
so
you're saying
there are,
is their ragdoll system is going to be a lot like Resident Evil or Resident Evil Revelations 2 ragdoll system, where they can still stand up afterwards.
so because in Revelations 2 they had the RE engine in it already. I think that's when they started introducing that engine. Was I think either Revelations 2 or Revelations 1 is when they started bringing that in. And so with that, they can now make it where they can just get back up. Or they'll look like they're dead, but they'll just hop up at you.
Okay.
So now I have another question that was asked. How will the game present the fear of parts that can't be seen? So KK, the original version, brought a fear that came from not being able to see due to changes in camera angles. But this time, a freely move the you'll get to freely move the perspective in a view from behind. So we've added darkness, increased the number of to add to the fear of what can't be seen. So basically, if there was a certain set amount of corners in a certain part of the game, they added more just so there's more of that fear factor to not knowing.
It's like going down a hallway instead of having 4 doorways. Now you have like 8.
Yeah, pretty much. So here's the third question that was asked. Are there any plans for DLC to be sold separately? And
Tsuyoshi
we'll call him TK.
None at this moment.
None at the moment. So far, they don't necessarily any like story-wise DLC at the moment. So far, it seems like they already have a solid game that they want to put out. So they're kind of going with old Resident Evil from 4 and previous. They did not have any DLC. They just had a full game and everything with it.
See,
so
I like the
DLC
whole idea of buying a full game right off the bat and not having to get a DLC just to have the fucking story of the game.
Yeah. So far they seem to not have any plans for DLC. They're confident in already having a full product, basically.
That's good.
I mean,
that.
They've probably been working on it for years, just in and out, trying to get it out.
Just like Kingdom Hearts 3, looking at you.
Yeah, right? So, the fourth question I was asked, what are some points to appeal to those who are playing Resident Evil 2 for the very first time with the remake? So, KK, we said we definitely want them to experience a survival horror exploration where you advance from a behind view camera. The game is being made with the RE engine and the graphics quality is very high. You'll hear the zombies from all angles, and we put in a lot of work on the realistic parts of the sound side. So they put a lot of their work into the sound, so that way you are kind of just in that moment of like claustrophobic where you don't know exactly where they're coming from, which I really like that they've done that. I can't wait to dive into the game and see for myself.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
So, another question, the final question I have here that was asked was there a reason the game is being released in January instead of the holiday season? So, TK said it's releasing in the same week as the original version. It would have been nice to release it perfectly 20 years after, but it ended up being 21 years, and he proceeds to laugh. So I hope those who purchased the game 21 years ago can buy Resident Evil 2 around the same time 21 years later while looking back at fond memories. So in conclusion of that, let us know what you guys thought on Resident Evil 2's remake, making its release next year in 2019. You guys love it? You guys like it? You hate it? Let us know in the comments below if you guys any thoughts you have on it. Anything that we may not have gotten into about it yet. Go ahead and let us know.
21 years later.
What was that?
21 years later. It's crazy.
I know, man. It's fucking crazy.
And they wanted to do it 20. So that means they've been planning on doing this remake for a long time.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of high expectations on this game's release for people that are fans of the game. Or the franchise, actually.
I think it'll be nice to see what they can do with it.
Yeah. From what I've known is that it's going to be the same story, just going to be just a little bit of things changed here and there,
I
but
mean, obviously they have to tweak this and that.
it's just fully remade, like in the newer engine, which is really nice.
That's good. I'm actually really looking forward to playing it. I'm not a big fan of, or sorry, I like Resident Evil as a series, but I am not the biggest fan like mentioned Rock over here, who follows it like a religion. So I will
I
be playing
followed.
it. I will be playing it,
But
but it's not going to be my favorite game. I can promise you.
yeah, I'm just saying, guys, you're gonna be looking at on if you watch my channel besides this podcast, you'll be seeing a lot on my channel. It might be the only game on my channel for a while.
I mean, that's
that's
what's going
that's
to
how
happen in
much
January for me with Kingdom Hearts. As soon as Kingdom Hearts drops, that's all I'm going to be making videos and streaming with my new PlayStation.
Alrighty, man. So, is there anything you wanted to dive into next?
I that's I just want to talk about that a little bit. That's nuts. How many Resident Evil games are there?
Oh man, oh dude. Okay, I'm about to educate everybody right now. I want to make sure I have the exact numbers. Okay, so we have a total of 25 games
25
listed here.
Resident Evil games? You're kidding, right?
Yeah. No, I'm not kidding you right now.
20 minutes later.
I have this website up called Adobe Analytics Retail Unwrapped. I will leave a link in the Discord. Pretty much talks a little bit about how much money was spent, where it was spent, when it was spent, on what were the top 5 most bought things for Black Friday. It goes on to say the traffic per thing, so how many percentage of purchases went to that thing. And then it talks about the products and what's the best day to buy the products.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
So let's just do a quick little cap on it. Laptops are number one I'm going to do the top 5 most bought things. Laptops number 1. LOL surprise. I believe it is a toy because they're sold at GameStop as well.
Yeah, I think I saw it too when I was out doing some preemptive Black Friday shopping. I think I saw some.
Which
of
is
those.
nuts.
Like
A toy is the second most bought thing. But
I
followed
mean,
by fingerlings, another toy. So 2 out of the top 5 is a toy. That's nuts. And then directly after fingerlings, we go to Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, number 4 on our list. That's nuts, being a brand new game.
yeah.
And then followed up by a little bit of an older game, God of War. Not
Wow,
any of them. Yeah,
that's not new. Like
that's not new at all.
That's crazy.
Number 5 most bought item on Black Friday, and that's across the board, every store. And I'm surprised I don't see consoles on here. I don't see any of that.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anyone was doing any console shopping for Black Friday.
Which is nuts because on Black Friday, there was a deal, or no, on Thanksgiving is when the deal started. It was the Spider-Man PS4, not Pro, just PS4 1 terabyte bundle. It was $160 off. Okay, so I don't even remember what I said.
So the Spider-Man
The Spider-Man
PS4 edition.
Yeah, the Spider-Man
how much
4. No, not the
off?
PS4 edition. Spider-Man PS4 Slim 1 terabyte bundle, not the Pro, just the regular PlayStation 4,
Ah,
was $200 everywhere.
wow.
On Thursday Thanksgiving and on Friday for Black Friday. It was out of stock across the nation halfway through Black Friday.
Wow.
And it's not on this list.
Wow, that's crazy. You would think that would make that top 5.
Yeah, you would think. But Walmart, Best Buy, Target, GameStop, everywhere was sold out. I had somebody drive from LA to my
Oh,
store
shit.
up here in GameStop and pick up our
Oh
last
man.
edition of the PlayStation 4 Slim Spider-Man bundle.
What the hell, man? That's
And
crazy.
he stopped at every store along the way to see if they had it in stock.
Wow.
So that's just absolutely nuts. So
That's insane.
last year on Black Friday, or okay, they're doing it for the month of November. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Last year for the month of November, they spent $37.1 billion across the nation. That's ridiculous amount of money.
That's a whopper.
This year, they were predicted to sell $43 billion. And
Predicted.
predicted. It was predicted to
Jeez.
sell $43 billion. As of Black Friday, $44.2 billion of merchandise was bought.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
$44.2 billion was bought as of Black
Wow.
Friday.
I'd say they almost nailed their prediction.
They went
Jeez.
over their prediction.
Like, damn. It's like, here's a prediction. Let's just go past that. Wow.
Yeah. So it gives me a little bit of a breakdown on who bought what for what was the most bought item. So desktops had 61% of all purchases across the board this year.
Wow.
30% of purchases went to smartphones, 9% went to tablets for people who
Yeah,
are
that makes sense.
Black Friday small business Saturday shopping, the day after Black Friday.
Ah,
That's nuts.
that is nuts. Speaking of Black Friday, when I went to go do some early shopping, there's a little quick little story,
I
guys.
worked all day Black
I
Friday, so
I so I did on Thanksgiving a little like preemptive shopping, just a little bit, and it was just merely just for myself to get some stuff going on.
so it's people like you that pissed me off. The reason I almost got called in on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no, but no, my friend is one that would have been the one that pisses you off because I wasn't even going to go until I got invited to go. So if anything, I vicariously go through him on that plane.
Yeah, here's the
But
thing. I like the idea of opening up earlier or whatnot to take some of the stress off Black Friday. Here's the thing. Thanksgiving, not the day to do it. That's fucking
no, it's not.
family, that's eating. Do like Saturday, Sunday. Do that because Monday
Yeah,
is Cyber Monday. So why not put it after? So Black Friday weekend. That'd be really cool rather than
yeah.
put it on Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Talk a little bit about your Thanksgiving shopping.
So going into the Thanksgiving shopping, my friend was like, "Oh, hey man, we should go ahead and hit up Walmart and just see what we can get." He wanted to get a TV. He was going for a 55-inch something that was on sale, and so we're walking in the store, and it's already a fucking mess. Like there's people ready to fucking beat each other up already, and it's not even starting the sales or anything going on yet. It started at a certain time, so we got there like about maybe 45 minutes early, and so we're walking around the store, and he's trying to find these TVs so he can wait for the sale. Long and behold, he didn't do enough research before going into this. He just thought, oh, I could just walk in, grab a TV, and go, right? No, you had to come early and get a ticket and wait in a line to get the TV right when the sale
See,
hits.
here's the thing. They do that every year. They do that to
Well,
help maintain that madness, even though the
yeah, but
madness gets even worse every year.
him and I both have never been to any of these kind of Black Friday sales or Thanksgiving ones or
Oh
anything.
my god,
So we did not know. And I didn't know. And he assumed. And so he brought me along with him for this nightmare. And
no,
we were
if he
at the
wants something
store
like that, he
for an
needs to go to
hour
Best
and
Buy.
45 minutes at least. We were there.
Yeah, he needs to go
So,
to Best Buy.
so for he already got his TV now. He ordered it online, I think from Best Buy or somewhere. I don't know where he got it, but he got it now. But he won't get it till December now, but he'll get it.
Yeah.
So we were in this store for 45 minutes before he actually got someone to actually finally say that, yeah, you need a ticket to have it. Everyone else in the store didn't know jack shit. They were like, well, the TV is supposed to be over here on the map, but it's not there. Then someone says it's supposed to be over there. So we're going everywhere in the store. So to cut it short, he finally found out the ticket. But as we're leaving the store, I got the stuff that I needed. And I was going for simple. Like, I just needed, like, certain, like, necessities. You know, I just went for the fuck of it to see if I can get anything on sale for what I
Mm-hmm.
need. We're walking out of the store, and this dude hits me with his cart as we're waiting, and there's a group in front of us, so we can't go forward. This guy's smacking me with his cart, not saying a word. He won't he won't give me at least a courtesy to say excuse me or anything. Like he smacked me with his cart, and then I'm bumping into my friend in front of me, and then he's bumping in front of his mom, and then the next person and shit. And so I turned and I said, "Can I help you?" I grabbed his cart and I just shoved it right. And I was like, "There's a fucking word, if you're wanting to get past me." And he's like, he starts laughing and walking the other way. I was like, "Man, people don't give a shit when they're going for Black Friday shopping or even
No,
Thanksgiving."
Black Friday is a bunch of assholes.
And the
The lines are
lines were
hideous.
crazy. Like it was through the whole store. There was a line.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how they had it set up. And people, half of their employees didn't even know what they were doing, and I felt bad for them
See, that
because it
goes
was
back
like
to
they
what
were
I was
just thrown in
saying.
the fire.
They need to take some of the stress off Black Friday, but don't do it on Thanksgiving. Do it the
Yeah,
Saturday,
because it's
Sunday.
the worst day you could do it. And then I saw people in the front because they were blocking off a certain door for exit only,
Mm-hmm.
and people were starting to have a scene because they couldn't go through that door, and because they had it organized to people go through the store a certain way, and then
Yep.
people out, so it's not
That's
going to
how
be
it goes.
trampling
They're
people.
trying to or they're trying to herd people a certain direction.
And so there's this lady, she had her kids. She's like, "Well, this is bullshit," and yelling at the guy and a police officer that was there to make sure the peace was kept. They had like three officers on site in different areas of the store to make sure nothing goes crazy. And so, like, it's
I
like you're
mean,
not
there's
gonna
always
win if you're doing
stories of
that.
people doing shit on Black Friday. Like there was a couple years back where people were getting pepper sprayed and everything because Black Friday is ridiculous. Why can't we be civilized human beings?
Like, I get it. You got to get to that TV or that console or whatever it is you're getting, but I mean,
90% of the time now they're
it's
doing
not worth
tickets.
like
So you're not
someone's
going to be
life and stuff.
they're doing tickets. So you're not even going to be able to get it without that ticket.
Yeah,
So it's act like a normal civilized human being. That's all I ask. It's absolutely nuts, man. I remember I actually just saw this yesterday. There was a post, I believe, on Facebook. During Black Friday, a man went during Black Friday, didn't even realize it was Black Friday. He bought a jar of pickles. That's all he got on Black Friday.
oh my god, are you serious? He
Everyone
went.
he
He
went
went to get a jar of pickles.
he went to get a jar of pickles on Black Friday. The managers felt so bad for the dude because he had no idea it was Black Friday that they
Oh
let
my
him
god.
check out right away as soon as he grabbed his jar of pickles and leave.
Oh my god.
I just looked at that. I'm like, is that really
I
where we're at?
I could
He
only
forgot
imagine.
that it was Black Friday. So the manager felt sorry for him. Is I don't think a manager should feel sorry for somebody for one of the biggest shopping days of the year. Yeah, I understand being sorry for him because of the aura or the sense of Black Friday because it's a nightmare. Black Friday is
Yeah.
terrible. But this poor dude,
Went up to a freaking store,
he went to a
got himself
Walmart. He
a
went to a
Walmart.
Walmart. The worst place to go Black Friday shopping.
Okay, I would think honestly, if people are telling you have to go a certain way and there's more people than normal, I think you would kind of get the pieces together and realize there's something different about
Yeah, no, no,
today.
no. He asked somebody. It says when he entered the store, he saw there was a shit ton of people there. He's like, something's not right. So he went and found an employee, and he asked them, "Hey, what's going on? Why are there so many people here today?" He said, "Oh, it's Black Friday, the biggest shopping day of the year." He's like, "Oh, I'm just here for a jar of pickles, man."
Wow.
So it's that dude wanted his pickles. I'll give him that.
I mean, the dude went above and beyond for just a jar of pickles going into the fray, basically.
But
Wow.
it's just act like a normal civilized human being. He was perfectly fine.
Yeah, he's just like, okay, I mean, I'm just here for pickles, you know. I mean, I'm not here for anything outrageous going on.
Yeah. But anyways, finishing off this Adobe Insights thing, it tells you the best days to buy certain products. I don't agree with the first one. I absolutely hate it, but I understand why it's there. Sporting goods, you save 13% on the day of Thanksgiving. I don't agree with it. I understand it's there because Thanksgiving, there is two football games, I believe. Two or three. It's one or the other.
I think too.
I think it was two. There's two big football games every Thanksgiving every year. So I understand it, but I don't agree with it. I think they should move it like Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, maybe, because family gets together on Thanksgiving. So, and I know my family, we love to play football during Thanksgiving. Like as soon as we eat dinner, we go to the park and we play a game of football. I have a huge family though. And then you turn around Black Friday. You typically save about 16% on computers, roughly 33% on tablets, and about 22% on TVs. I have a little snippet. If you want a TV, Black Friday, Cyber Monday are not the days to buy a TV. I'm telling you right now. The day to buy a TV is the day they release the next generation of TVs. Sony marks their
Huh.
shit off 65% for a Sony TV
What?
on the day they release the new TV. So as soon as when I was working at Best Buy, you were able to buy a Sony TV at 65% off the day the next
What?
TV came out.
That is insane, man.
Yeah.
65%. Wow, if I knew that, I would have
That's a
told my
thousand.
friend, hey,
So you take a
go to
thousand
Best
dollar
Buy.
TV. That's $650 off.
Dude, that is insane, man.
Yeah.
Wow. You could pretty much get it for a steal.
Yeah. It's because they're. It's like car companies, car dealers. They're trying to clear their stock so they can start selling their new shit. Get what
Yeah,
I'm
because then
saying?
they mark down the previous models for the new models.
Yeah. That's what they're
So
doing.
they make space
And
for
it's
it.
not like the TV fucking sucks. It's one of the biggest,
It's
best
just they,
TVs. It's just
yeah, it's
they
just they
have the
want
new
to
one
push it
coming out.
out so they can get more in.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then on Sunday, November 25th, we have apparel, so clothes, accessories, appliances at 10% or 18%. My eyes are really bugging me right now. So November 25th, there is apparel, which you save 22% on. Appliances, you save 18% on. Jewelry, roughly 5%. I don't understand that one. On Black Friday, I got off work. My mother was at J.C. Penney's, and because my wife was, I don't remember what my wife was doing, but so I went and I visited my mom while she was at J.C. Penney's. They were
Oh,
doing 80% off all their jewelry.
I think it might be per store. Like they do it differently because maybe their big selling point at JCPenney is their jewelry, and they're trying to get those out to get new ones in.
Yeah,
And then
but
maybe some stores is like
hmm,
it's not a big ticket sale item, so they
yeah,
don't really
yeah.
want to push out a
I
lot.
mean, my mom got sterling silver diamond studded hoop earrings for
Wow,
$50.
wow,
And she got the certification saying they were real diamonds.
wow. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It was like 60% off.
I guess it must be different for store branches, basically. I guess
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Cyber Monday, which is November 26th, is the best day to buy toys. You typically save about 19 to 20% off. Typically, the toys category envelops gaming. So, because I don't see gaming on here whatsoever. So, it typically envelops gaming with the toys category.
Yeah.
So, Cyber Monday, best day to buy. And then There's a new day for Tuesday. It's actually called Giving Tuesday. That is what it's called.
Huh.
So,
That's different.
yeah, Giving Tuesday, November 27th, is furniture and bedding is typically about 15% off. So, if you want a new bed, Giving Tuesday.
Well, well, there you have it. Given Tuesday. Want a new bid? Go for that day.
And yeah, that pretty much wraps up all of Adobe Analytics. And this site will be updated all the way through December 31st.
Well,
So,
cool, guys. If you guys want to check that out, we'll have it in the Discord, which is going to be in the description for you,
yep.
along with any other links that we have provided for you.
Yeah. All right. You know what? Let's talk a little bit about Dragon Ball Super reveals take on new Broly.
So I got it up over here right now on my end.
Okay. All right. So why don't we jump in? You want to lead off?
You know, I honestly pulled this site thing up, and I did not get to read too much of it, but I have seen a lot of previews for the movie, and I am really excited to see the movie. And why are there so many ads on my screen?
Oh, there's like 20 ads when you open this thing.
I know. I just had my freaking screen bombarded with ads. Okay, no.
Wait,
But
it's a movie?
yeah, it's a new movie. They've made Broly now canon, not like his previous movies that they made him in Dragon Ball Z. He's actually a canon character. They actually, from what I've known and seen so far, is that they're bringing Broly back. He's canon, but they explain more of the Saiyans in their previous time before when Goku was born and Vegeta was born and Broly was born. They kind of show a background a little bit more in depth from what it shows us, at least a little bit more in depth of what in Toriyama's eyes happened, that they were sent out to Earth. You know, Goku and Vegeta was sent to another planet from Frieza and all that.
Bro, Broly looks so different.
Yeah, they changed. This is how Toriyama exactly wanted Broly to look like, but he never touched the non-canon movies. He wanted nothing to do with those. Like he
Oh,
had a little bit of his hands in them, but he wanted Broly to look like this.
Broly looks so much better.
He looks a lot more of a character that you can go behind instead of like just some behemoth. Like he does do the berserk transformation still, but it's a lot different, and it's a different type of power scale than what they did before. And he's not, and
He
he's
gets a
not
new
going to die
moveset too.
in this movie. He's not going to die either, from my understanding. And they also bring Frieza into the battle as well because he has a major role, I guess, with Broly and previous storyline and everything, and Paragus, the father of Broly. So there's a lot of stories intertwining and explaining more in this movie, at
Wow.
least from my understanding. So they've been going into works with this, I think, for a while now, ever since they started Super, actually. Because if you remember, I think in the Super at some point, what's his name? Whis, as he mentioned, there was more than in their universe at least, that there was more than a handful of Saiyans. There was a good handful of them, and it's not just saying everyone we know. It was also mentioning Broly and Paragus
Yeah.
and probably others. And so there are others. There's still storylines intertwining that need to be
See,
finished.
here's the thing. With all Dragon Ball, there's always a mention of other Saiyans. Broly is a Saiyan. That
Yeah,
is for sure. So Broly is almost always mentioned in every single Dragon Ball. But here's the thing, he was never shown in
yeah,
the
because he
canon.
was never technically canon because Toriyama never exactly put his foot into it.
Wow.
He was saving it. And so the character model they completely just reamped
They
and
went
gave
back
him a
to the
new
manga.
story. Yeah, and they gave him a new story way different than what they did for the non-canon movie. He's actually a lot more of a canon type story that fits him in now with a little bit more explanation.
Yeah.
And there's people speculating that Bardock may have something. Now, this is just going out there, but this is a lot of speculation that Bardock may be still alive. Because also, Bardock's movie was not entirely canon either. it was sort of canon, but not entirely. It's just a very iconic
It's actually
scam.
believed that
It's a lot.
Bardock is alive in the Dragon Ball universe.
Yeah, so people are speculating that since they show him a lot in the movie, in the trailers
They
and stuff,
show
he may have
Vegeta's
something.
dad a lot too.
Yeah, so there might be a lot of stuff that's missing that we don't know that have never been fully explained to us because they're going to do a lot of backtracking in the movie because Broly, from what I've understood and heard, is he may have something in place for the actual show when they keep doing more into the show.
Hmm.
Same thing with Bardock and possibly King Vegeta. So there's plenty of things that they could work with, and it all lies within Frieza's part and just the whole story in the past of exactly what
Wasn't
happened.
Broly officially the strongest Saiyan?
See, now this is where I'm not sure on information. On the non-canon, yes, he was technically too strong. But from what I've understood with the trailers, what it kind of hints is yes, the same factor. He was growing out to be too strong, or he could be stronger than King Vegeta. So that's why King Vegeta decided to exile him, get rid of him, kill him, whatever they were going to try and do,
I love the
because he
fact
didn't
that
want
they
to be
bring
overthrown.
Frieza back from hell for the third time.
I know, right? And it's funny because after the Tournament of Power, he gets granted his full life because they brought him back only to fight like Goku did in Buu Saga.
Yep.
He was only given 24 hours. And so that's what happened. But since they won the tournament, Whis actually granted him his life again. And
Yeah.
so that leaves another story going on with Frieza. People saying he may be good, he may be bad, he may be neutral now with everything that happened in the
I could see
tournament.
him. I
But
can see him turning neutral.
I can see him turning neutral. He'll only do what's best for him, but he's not going to cross the line too far or too, just be
He's
too
not gonna.
much.
He's not gonna go become friends with Goku and Vegeta. But
No.
if it comes down to it, and
If
he's
it comes to
needed
something
to
like
help save
Broly coming
something,
into the story, like how the movie's coming, and he has to fight Broly, that's going to be a thing where they have to team up to go against.
that's gonna be really interesting to see. Honestly,
Because there's a scene in it, and I might try to find it for you guys and put it in editing, but if I can't, I'll just probably put in the links on Discord a video so you guys can reference it. But I think I might do that for you guys. But
it's also
there's
on
a
the
scene.
site.
Yeah, it's also on the site that we're looking at right now. So there's a scene where Frieza's in frame and he's going to fight Broly, and it's before Broly transforms, and they're already struggling. So there's some sense of power that he has that he's gained through time, off to the side
Well, I
that makes
wonder.
him against
I
them.
wonder if Beerus is gonna fight him, because it shows Beerus a lot too.
Yeah, Beerus is going to have a big part too. I don't know what that part just is yet, but there is a lot of backstory between Beerus and King Vegeta as well.
Hmm.
So maybe Beerus saw Broly's potential, and since Broly practically could destroy anything, well, from the non-canon, we don't know exactly just yet with the canon yet, but he could be like a destroyer god kind of power, which could potentially happen with how much power he has.
I can guarantee if Broly does have that power, Beerus is gonna use Broly as a chance to train Goku.
See, that's where the whole speculation that Broly will become something in the show at some point, another character somewhere intertwining with the story
Well, if we turn
because of that
around and
fact.
we look at Dragon Ball Z, God of Destruction, I think it was. Beerus was just out to kill everybody, and
Yeah,
then him and Goku. I don't want to say friendship, but they kind of
they,
made a
they they
friendship.
they got an understanding with
Yeah,
each other.
so that might be what they're doing with the canon Broly.
Yeah, and I like that idea. That gives a little bit more to the story, if
No
anything.
more just Broly going around screaming Kakarot, hunting
Yeah, no,
Goku
he
down.
actually he actually doesn't do that. He actually talks.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
He's not just some worded out dude that's yelling out one person's name over and over. Like he has no vocabulary. He actually talks, from what I've noticed at least, and then he's not having that ridiculous like. controlling device over his neck. It's like a lot different. Some kind of thing that Paragus uses, I guess,
Hmm.
to help him, I guess, suppress his power so he's not too crazy or something like
Yeah, it
that. I
looked like
don't
he was
know.
wearing a different sort of necklace around his neck.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's such a loose thing like how they did in the non-canon version. Like it kind of fits a little bit differently. But I think it's something that helps him suppress, not control, just suppress the power because he can't control Broly with it.
Yeah, because in the Berserk mode, he didn't have it.
Yeah, because I remember I think there was a scene where he says to unleash his power or something along those lines. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it, guys. But there's something where he does something where he tells him to just use his full power. I think, and that's when that comes off and he goes berserk.
Hmm.
So I mean, there's a lot writing on it, and so far I heard from the viewing in Japan that it was a success. It was great. Everybody loved it. So
I'm
just
looking
waiting
forward to
for
getting
it.
it in December.
Yeah, I can't wait. Like it's gonna be great. I actually plan to maybe go see it in theaters,
I
and if
probably
anything,
will
I might
too.
give you guys. We might give you guys a review on yourself. What we thought about.
Yeah, no, I've seen the last two Dragon Ball movies in theaters, so I'll be seeing it.
Yeah, I haven't been able to, but this time I plan to do it for this one because I've been waiting for a good movie like this to come out. That's something that explains a lot more of like a backstory of things, a little bit more.
Dude, the Frieza movie, the Golden Frieza, that was a
Yeah,
badass movie to see in
I loved
theaters.
it. That one was. I didn't get to see it in theaters. I got to see it afterwards, but that
So
movie was
here's the thing.
great.
If it's anything like that, it's gonna be a smashing hit.
Yeah, they plan to throw it out the park. It's just home run it, man. Just
They
like
fucking do it every time. They up their game.
yeah. Well, this one's upping their game. They have a lot riding on this. They're doing a lot
And
more.
here's the thing, if this does succeed really well, which it looks like it will, they just open up a whole nother storyline arc in their
Yeah,
fucking in their anime.
yeah. It gives them a lot of potential to get into more things.
All right. Let us know how let us know what you guys think about all that. If we should cover more anime or just stick with video games.
Yeah, I mean, we can dip into some anime. I've personally myself, I know Emil here has been getting into a lot. He watches a lot of anime like myself, but I've been watching more now since I've gotten Funimation and these other
hmm
things to watch them. So, like, I just
Oh,
recently finished
huh.
watching,
I
I
wonder
think Van Helsing or something like that.
if we have
That
any anime
I've been watching.
fans in the group. Let us know because we might for the 200 subscriber giveaway. I might be getting in contact with Crunchyroll.
Hey, so if you guys are in anime, that's an option. Let us know.
All right. Okay, so I want to jump in and just talk a little bit about this. I have a review pulled up from the Mercury News. They're talking about how Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee beautifully bridges the gap between Pokemon Go and the actual Pokemon series.
Ah,
I mean, everything I've seen from Let's Go, I absolutely love. It is beautiful. I really, really can't wait to play it. It's just a matter of I'm not a big fan of the catching system. I feel the catching system, I feel they strayed too close to Pokemon Go, in my opinion.
oh yeah,
Like, if they would have kept the original catching system a little bit, where you have to battle, get them down to a certain, or lower them a bit, make it easier to catch, and then do the Pokemon Go catch throw, that would be great. That would be amazing. I would love to see that. But they completely went away from that. It's just you throw the ball now. There's no battling the Pokemon. It's you just throw.
well, I guess I can't see the reference in this, but go on.
Okay, so although it's no longer the phenomenon that defined a summer, Pokemon Go, it was huge. It's been really big. It's still pretty big. There's a lot of people. but it is settled and turned into its own niche. So it has its own following now, which is really cool. Don't get me wrong, it's a mobile game, so like I said, you don't see me playing it all the time. Um, it sits as the preeminent game of its genre, and its success has been too big for Nintendo to ignore. Since, if you didn't know, Pokemon Go is not an officially registered game of Nintendo. They have Niantic bought the license to use Pokemon from Nintendo, but Pokemon Go is not a Nintendo game whatsoever.
Yeah, I kind of knew that. And I'm not even. I'm someone that used to follow Pokemon years ago.
Yeah, the mobile game has brought in millions of new fans to the franchise. And judging from the type of people I encounter on my own adventures, it's a diverse group that includes older people as well as college students. I've seen people as young as 6 all the way up to I had an 80-year-old man playing with me the other day.
What? That is
There's
fucking awesome.
It's a huge group. It's absolutely amazing, and most of the people who play Pokemon Go are some of the nicest people you will meet. With
Wow, that's awesome.
It goes on to say, with so many players taking a step into the Pokemon world, how does the Pokemon Company and Nintendo bridge the gap between their mobile game and the core series? So, their answer to that question was Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. The two titles are the first flagship entries on the Nintendo Switch, and they take advantage of the leap in hardware power. Simultaneously, the project adopts many of the gameplay mechanics of the mobile game.
Oh,
That's where I start to lose. That's where they start to lose me, is that catching system. I
yeah.
love I love the new thing where you can carry, I think it's 60 Pokemon in your bag where you don't have to go to the computer.
Uh,
So you have the 6 that you normally carry in your team, and then you have a stock of 60 after that. So you can carry 66 Pokemon on your person, but only have 6 in a team.
oh wow.
That's really cool. I really like that. And yeah, you still have your computer. So after you run out of space for the 66, you can still go to your computer and pull out more. So it's really cool how they did that. So you don't always have to go back to your PC and pull it out.
That's always nice.
Um, it's a he spelled mix wrong. it's a
Oh god.
mix. It's a mix that appears awkward at first. With drastic changes to the established formula, the Let's Go titles risk alienating a hardcore fanbase that grew up with the series. Meanwhile, the jump from simple touchscreen gameplay to a more complex form of battling can intimidate the mobile crowd. It's like, because it's like how I've been saying, they don't want to do the catching system for the older generation, the people who have been playing it since fucking me. I've been playing since Yellow. You're
Wow.
Yeah, I've been playing
That's
Pokemon
gone
since
far
Yellow.
back, man.
Yeah. So they don't want to alienate the group of people like me, but it kind of did a little bit with the catching system. And then they're implementing the battling system from the original audience. So it's kind of pushing against the mobile crowd. So it's like it could be a hit or a
They're kind
miss.
of riding that line in the middle, and they're kind of dipping their toes in each
Yeah,
side.
they're kind of straddling that line and weaving back and forth.
They're kind of like there's a saddle on the line, and they're just dangling both legs on each side, and just saying, "Okay, I'm just gonna, wiggle around on each side and kind of ruffle up a little bit of some feathers here and there."
Yeah. I mean, it's really interesting to see, and they it was perfect. They beautifully recovered Kanto. I'm really glad with everything I've seen aside from the catching system. I'm just gonna that'll be the last time I mention it. I promise.
No, it's not, guys. Watch. There'll be another coming up later on the podcast.
Most likely. Uh, I'm just gonna do a quick little one. This will be the last paragraph I read of this group. The miracle of Let's Go is how the developer Game Freak expertly melds elements of the two games together so they satisfy both audiences. So it goes back to straddling the line. Those looking for a console version of Pokemon Go, super delighted to learn the mobile game's mechanics transfer effortlessly into the Switch. Said I'm not going to mention it. Players aim using the motion controls and they press a button to throw. Depending on the accuracy and the size of the catch circle, you'll have a higher chance of catching Pokemon. I don't like that. It feels too easy to me.
Yeah.
It's just. But it pushes players towards exploration. The team revamped the world so that Pokemon inhabit a living and breathing environment. I mean, it was amazing. You could see the Pokemon running around now. So you could avoid the Pokemon you don't want and go for specific Pokemon. Really cool
Oh,
system.
that's pretty cool.
They mill around forests and caves, and players have to maneuver their avatar to either catch them or avoid them. It's another change for the series, one that deepens the detail and makes the Pokemon feel woven into the actual fabric of the world. So it's no longer running through grass, randomly finding a fucking Pokemon. You run through grass and you see the Pokemon that you're running towards.
Ah,
I mean, it's a great game. I'm gonna leave the rest of this article in the Discord. Once again, the Discord link will be down in the description of this video. But it is a really great article. I was really happy to read it. So it's just one of those things. You guys, if you're a huge Pokemon fan like I am, it's just great to see what they're doing.
yeah. This is out of my element, so I'm just letting Emil keep talking about it.
Yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about Pokemon because the I want to see what they're going to be doing for upcoming generations because some of the previous generations they have a very dark history for Pokemon. I mean, ghost
Yeah.
types are terrible. If you read anything Pokédex entry wise or lore wise, it'll frighten a kid.
Yeah.
This game is a child friendly game on the
Yeah,
surface.
yeah. Just the visuals are child friendly.
On the surface. Once you
Deep
start reading
lore
into it,
background to it, it's a lot dark.
yeah. But I will leave that link down in the Discord.
All right, guys. So with that being said, all the topics that we went through today, we went through some Dragon Ball Super and the new movie with Broly. We went through some Pokemon. We went through some Black Friday
Stale
statistics,
statistics.
sales statistics at the end there. And so, with all those things, guys,
the
anything you want to add?
the Cyber Monday. I have a link for Cyber Monday deals. I will be dropping that in Discord as well. But you remember, guys, like, subscribe. Once we hit that 200 subscribers, we will be doing that giveaway. So go ahead, let people know who like this kind of stuff, and let us know how we did, and let us know what you want to hear about.
Exactly, guys. So, if you guys want to just give us any feedback and let us know anything you want to know or anything that we missed, let us know, like Emil said here. And we appreciate you guys for watching. We appreciate just everyone that comes and watches and gives us any feedback. And we'll catch you guys in the next respawn.